Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 30 base.
Mike 56. Ricky. Check 13. Check 13. Kill. Shoot.
5.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
22-jet bomber.
Check.
2nd and 5. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Delta.
56.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A nice gain of 21 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check 99. Check crunch. Alert 3.
Now.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
There we go. That's the way.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Giants' 42-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, here I come. Mike's 56. Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
6-6, bullet high.
Check the backer.
Shoot.
Here's Elliott. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Double time. 4 down. Check.
Greystone travel. Big River.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Drops it underneath Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Check, roll out.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now
a give, right side. Beasley. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Let's go now. 8, read. 54.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This is fielded at the 27. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Break.
Hey, we got
2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
I got you.
Hey, check. Hit it.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Set. Gone. 15, line. 15 line. 2.
Now Saquon Barkley.
You ain't doing nothing today.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And it's 3rd down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Giants nothing.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Pirine. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely did they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up.
Ready?
On 1st down, Beasley.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Watch the boot. Watch the eye.
Check 52. Look, squeeze.
They'll run on first down. Beasley. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Saquon Barkley running right. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
At the 28-yard line.
Let's get it.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
132 fighter.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw here's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Switch gears.
Roll out.
36.
Now.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown! touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on them as they stop him for no gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike front forward. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Deep river.
Now Jones operating from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set, ready, 8, read.
56.
Protein spill.
You go tight. You got tight.
Rock it. Ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's taken down inside the 30. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Kick the oar.
You got nothing to that.
2nd and 11. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Come on.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Don't get nervous.
Check.
80 weapons.
Check.
At 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic.
Rip left.
At 25 the mic.
Bravo.
Ready up.
Back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Alpha.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Topper!
Shit, watch the
Back.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Still on his feet. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hey, Charlie.
54. Mike 54.
Watch the pass.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the 2nd quarter now. And that one, all Packers right now. They've scored again. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's not going to get me.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 5-4.
Target. Kill.
Gone. Now.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Barkley. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Come on,
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go, D. Slam, slam, slam.
Throwing, Jones. Flush to his right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Sponge. No. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Greystone, travel. Look at me. Go. Hit it.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's just me and you. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
From the gun, Jones, flushed out right. Going right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
64, win.
Jones on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
218, chopper. Joker. 5. Shoot.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let this go. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try to make some plays in their backfield.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Protein spill. SOS. Squeeze.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Zoo.
Switch.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Come to my world.
Check nickel.
Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 46.
Crash.
Hey, Haywood.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Look at me. Zipper.
Back to throw here. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey. 4 down.
Get it.
2nd and 10. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
54, line 54, and we're pretty quiet, defense.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch that.
Jones now operating from the gun, and that's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands, and as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Jones now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go. Let's go.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Smooth.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Six, pull it high. Get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Out. Slam.
61, matchbox lights.
At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Go.
Hard time.
They'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson was the intended receiver.
At their own 7-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike's 50.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 54. We got to get the ball. See, get the ball right here. Let's go.
Now.
2nd and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 40. And he's is able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. A big run that time by Elliott. 64 yards on the ground. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
6 guys. X3. 218. Chopper.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Down. 10-2 stop.
56.
Hey, watch the leg.
Check 26. Check 26.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 9, check 9.
Ready?
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
31. Giants 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 23 yards, the final tally. Jones on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for number 80. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and
10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
In your face.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 5.
Jones now throwing again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
What we got? 50.
Hey, echo.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bandit. Right there. 54. Right there.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They